What's going on, guys? It's Red Bull Tanker, and welcome back to Operation Radar, turn 5 for the Allies. Alright, we lucked out with China not coming into the war this turn, so let's see what we can do to keep preparing ourselves. Alright, South Korea had 16 to spend. They bought 5 infantry, saved 1. They do not have any combats this turn. They're non-combats. I take these 6. Gonna come up to Sangju. These 3 from Pusan will go to Pohang. And then along the board here, bringing in some, moving forward our supply. And that is it. Not a lot for the South Koreans this turn. And then at the end, they collected 16 plus the one they saved, which will be 17. US with 50. They bought 4 infantry, 3 from the 1st Marine Division, 1 from the 187th Airborne Regiment or the 187th Regimental Combat Team. They bought 2 tank destroyers, a strategic bomber, an air transport, and 5 supply. Combat. No combat for the US. Still don't got anything that I can really do with them for right now, so non-combats. We'll bring up the bulk of, we'll bring up this bit of the 25th Division up to 1st Corps. If the 1st Corps card starts to get crowded, we might just create a new corps. So those guys came there. Next is we'll bring this fighter to Sangju. And then these guys will stay. The jet will stay at Pusan. Okay. Then from over here, we have a new shipment of forces into Pusan. We got the rest of the 25th Division. We got these 2 mech. We got 2 tanks and a self-propelled gun. Good, 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 good. And looks like we also are bringing in 3 supply. So let's just do this. Oh, wow, look at that. Huh. I have a lot of supply built up here. Holy mackerel. And think about that. Jeebus. Okay. And this will be another transport. Oh, guess I should have. Oh, I can get another green. Stop moving. So, alright, the rest of the 25th Division has arrived. And then over here on the chart, 1st Cavalry will be arriving next turn. 2nd Infantry is not too far behind. 7th, oh. Moving 7th Division forward. Move up these forces onto the track. 1, 2. Actually, I'll just do this. I'll put the, just to, alright, and then the 5 supply from there. And I think that is all we're going to do for the Americans. So then the Americans will collect their usual 50. And then the UN had 26 to spend. They spent it all. They bought a transport and an artillery, along with another transport and 2 infantry. All right. Combat. No combat for the UN. I had thought about trying to do a strategic bombing raid either at Pyongyang or Seoul, but the trying to get to Pyongyang would be difficult enough because the bomber would face AAA going in, AAA from the factory. Not even just the bomber, the fighters I would send in defense of it. They'd have to risk AAA here, and then a scramble fight here if the North Koreans wanted to scramble. Then the bomber would have to face the AAA from here again. Hopefully make it through, and then all the aircraft would have to try and make it out through the AAA batteries, since AAA can shoot overflying aircraft. So, I mean, although, it's a risk. But is it a risk? Well, let's see. I'd be sending. I mean, if I go, that's three fighters and a bomber. I mean, hold on, wait. And then tacticals. Well, they can scramble. They can dogfight. They'll dogfight at 2 as well. Let's get really lucky. No. No, we will not. We will not do that. Okay, non-combats. I am actually going to pull the fleet back to Tsushima because being very near a large enemy air force with only half the fleet is just asking for trouble. Let's see here. Those forces are good there. I move the fleet back. The bomber's staying. Okay, over to the supply track. You guys are moving forward. You guys are moving forward. You guys are moving forward. And you guys move up. And you guys move down. Okay. Well, I think that's going to be it for the UN. Yes, that'll be it for the UN. They will collect 20. All right, so at the end of turn 5, communists are still winning 24 to 13. Let's see, next turn we have another Chinese roll, as well as on the next turn, the Soviets will be gifting the North Koreans 3 jets, which will also allow for the North Koreans to start purchasing jet fighters of their own. The jet fighters will deploy here. This is really going to get interesting, especially since, we still have China sitting up here waiting to come storming on down the peninsula. So we got to start thinking about how we want to try and counterattack as soon as possible with the Allies before we run into issues. But all right, well, that's going to be it for now, guys, and we'll see you next time for turn 6, November 1950. So until then, guys, as always, take care.